Hello crafty friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I will be working with the May 2021 double page sketch from Stick It Dan, and I will be creating two layouts with this sketch. So these are the photos for the first layout and the photos for the second one. And then I'm just flicking through the embellishments and the papers I've already chosen. For the first layout, I'm just looking for a suitable blue to go with that little blue gown on the photo. And I am undecisive, so then I swap on to finding a suitable cardstock background. Most of this will be covered up by pattern paper, so I am choosing cardstock from my neutral cardstock pad that I don't use very often, but one that actually goes quite well with the colour scheme of the pattern papers. And in here I'm just adhering them together temporarily with washi tape so they don't slide away from each other. And then I start with selecting the background papers to layer onto the cardstock. And this will take a little while. So in the meantime, I'm going to talk a little bit about the background story to this process video and to this layout. So when I filmed this process video, Britain has been in lockdown for 2 months and absolutely nothing was happening. And hence I was taking no photos. So I was quite limited in what photos to use. And hence I had to make changes to the sketch to facilitate my photos. I wanted to put these 5 photos on the same layout. So what I've done is that I used the sketch to guide with the placement of the photos and to guide with the layering of the papers and the embellishment clusters. But I did go off tangent a little bit, which is something I tend to do anyways, which is fine. Sketches, as far as I'm concerned, are there to give you inspiration, and then you can do whatever you would like to do with them, really. But as a member of the design team, I do feel I do have to adhere to them to a certain degree, which perhaps I wouldn't if I wasn't designing for someone else. So I have been pretty good the past year or so, and I have been sticking to the sketches. So this time I decided to go off tangent a little bit. So this layout is part of a story of a early spring day out, or should I say late winter day out, but the weather was quite nice and spring-like. So I have chosen some floral background papers and some wood grain background paper because we were out and about in the countryside, and I do love wood grain anyways. I'm just using up all the stock from different collections here. The floral one is an Illustrated Faith paper. The wood grain is an old Simple Stories wood grain paper, and then the leafy one on the left hand side is Heidi Swap. And instead of using 2 photos in vertical orientation, I use 3 photos, a larger one stacked on top of 2 smaller ones. So this alters the proportion to the page, and also, as you might have noticed, instead of using 12 by 12 papers, I'm using A4 papers, so that changes the proportions as well. So I am left with less room to the far left and the far right side of the layout. So I'm just matting the photos onto pattern paper. I'm choosing colours to correspond with the floral background paper, and then I will be repeating these on the other side as well and carrying the wood grain pattern paper onto the other side to mat one of the photos as well. And I'm just bringing the sketch out again to have a look at where to place the embellishment clusters. And then I'm bringing the embellishments out. I am using sticker sheets and enamel sticker sheets and puffy stickers from all the Maggie Holmes collections. I'm also using her sticker book, and that Hello There word sticker would have been perfect for this layout. I was thinking about giving the title Hello There Peter Rabbit, because the layout is about a Peter Rabbit trail. But then I saw the enamel words So Sweet, and it was just the perfect match in colour for the layout, so I rolled with that. So I'm putting the journaling card on the left hand side instead of putting it on the right, because there's not enough room on the right, and because I brought the title up to the top, that gives me room on the left hand side to place the journaling in. The little bunny sticker is from an old Heidi Swap Christmas collection, and I actually used one just like that for a layout with photos that were taken at the same place but just a few months earlier. So there's a nice little sort of crossover to that theme, even though I only know about it, but it makes perfect sense for me, so that's okay. And then I'm creating the embellishment clusters, and I'm just repeating some of the embellishments. So I'm repeating the bows, the flowers, and I think the little label stickers as well, and hearts, but adding different bits and bobs as well to each embellishment clusters. And I'm just playing about, a bit undecisive. And I think my thinking in here was that I wanted to introduce a black and white floral piece in here, because I had black and white ribbon in the left-hand side cluster, and I had the little black and white heart at the top, so I just wanted to carry that into the third embellishment cluster, but it just wasn't working at all, so I stuck with the green leaves. And then I'm using little word stickers. And then I'm just using up those little hearts I've got on that embellishment sheet. And another word sticker. And then just using some leaves. Yeah, I seem to be pecking away, so that means that it's mostly done, this layout. Yeah, thumbs up. So that's one down, and on to the next layout we go. So this one is going to be a double page entry in my COVID journal, and this is going to be a Christmas layout, and I'm using this beautiful cut file, which I foiled with my foil quill before cutting it with my Silhouette portrait machine, and I'm using this die cut shape to replace the two photos on the left hand side of the layout, and I am using two photos on the right hand side. And instead of putting the title on the left hand side, I am going to again use this spot for journaling. So I'm using quite a large journaling card proportionately, because I've got a lot to say about what's going on in the photos. So I'm just trying to sort of follow the sketch for the pattern paper placement, and then I'm going to be putting the title above the photos on the right hand side. Now I did cut some of this out from the process video, but I'm just using little puffy, very thin puffy alphabet stickers. And then all my Christmas washes are out. So I'm just going to be, again, looking at the sketch to identify where to put the embellishment clusters. And I'm using washi tape, my Bah Humbug washi tape, which I bought years ago. And I haven't yet found a layout to use it on, but this layout is perfect because we had such a Bah Humbug Christmas and festive period last year, so that washi tape is perfect. And I'm just using it to ground my embellishment clusters. And for embellishments, I am using American Craft digital downloads, which I have printed and then put it through my silhouette machine with my Pixascan mat to cut the shapes out. And I like doing this because I do love using foliage and leaves and flowers on layout, but just there's never seemed to be enough in any one embellishment packet. So this, for me, is a perfect way of boosting up my foliage and floral stash. And these embellishments are from the most recent Heidi Swapp Christmas collection, which I think came out in Christmas 2019. And it's one of my ultimate all-time favorite Christmas collections, and I'm just so grateful that I can actually keep and print and reprint my favorite embellishment pieces from it. So yeah, 3 super duper very small embellishment clusters, and that's it. Here's the close-ups for the first layout and then for the second layout. Thanks so much for stopping by and visiting my YouTube channel. Don't forget to check back to the Stick It Down blog throughout the month for new inspiration each week. Thanks for visiting. Bye now.